Okay, here we got the Harbor Freight Central Machinery dreaded 93212 7-inch by 10-inch mini lathe. We've got a turning here. Got an old Plumbbob that went underwater. Katrina, it's got a lot of junk on it. And I've just been spinning it around trying to get some of the rust off it. I was going to re-blue it and then started sanding it by hand. Decided to put it in the lathe. Got a paper towel in it just to prevent the rust from getting on the lathe. Trying to get the junk off this Plumbbob goes on an Ni2 Carl Zeiss auto level and fits in the box. And so I was just trying to redo it. Now this thing hasn't been full within about 6 years, at least the Plumbbob, so you've got some places that are very deep scores. I'll probably have to go after that by hand. This lathe is actually kind of strange in the sense the start on it, if I turn this off, turn it on, it seems like it's got some type of weird delay. And I've had this thing for 5 or 6 years. Haven't really used it that much. I got it back when Harbor Freight actually would allow a 20% discount on big items. So I actually got this when it was like you know, the $500 lathe on sale for $350, and then I got the 20% off. So I think I got this thing for about 280 bucks. And this thing has got some type of delay. It's either got a problem or got a delay, but it's like you turn it on. I don't have the guard on here. You can go ahead and ding me for that, but I got some pair of glasses on. That actually goes to a switch on here, but it's got like a delay before it starts. So if you go over here and you turn it on, I think it's got to be in slow motion before it turns on. Make sure the switch is on. This probably should be down, like the cover's in place. But it's just kind of strange that it doesn't just like kick on automatically. And so it's like, I don't know if this is just, you know, Chinese weirdness that the way it is. Let's see here right now, it's not starting. And maybe I haven't read the operator's manual. This thing's always been like this. Sometimes it's just kind of like goofy in the sense that it doesn't want to start right away. You got shield, switch, forward, on. Central Machinery 93212. It's got plastic gears for cutting the, you know, changing the gear ratio on it. When I first got it over here, the wheel here, the indexing wheel for timing its cutting gears, they didn't really have it. It was bolted on in a weird position to where I had to like rotate it around to engage the thread, so this really wasn't working, and it's just because they assembled it screwball. It's a typical low-end lathe. You could might as well call it a toy. It hasn't started yet. So do not change with high gear when running. Okay, well, whoopee-doo. Okay, let's put it on here like we're a newbie. Low speed, forward. I don't know why this thing just like decides to go through. It's in low position, low, high for the gear. Let's put it like that. Got some goofy logic. Just turning everything off. Turn it on. Let's say we're in newbie mode. Start it slow-mo. Forward. Kind of strange, isn't it? Pretty bad video. Guess a normal person would probably turn this back into Harbor Freight. I can't imagine they want you to start this at high speed. That doesn't make any sense. So I think they want you to start it slow. And the shield has got to be to where it's like this. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing on that. I'm really almost tempted to take this thing and put my own power supply in, because it's kind of aggravating. I've used this thing hundreds of times, but this is just showing that right now it's being kind of a bitch, to be blunt. They call this thing 3/4 horsepower. That's a little bit hokey in the sense that if you really want to go through and cut low speed, you're not going to get 3/4 of a horsepower at a low speed. You might get 3/4 at a very high RPM, but at low speed, it's going to cut you off on the current limit, and such you may start to make a cut, and all of a sudden, boom, you're going to end up having the tool, you're going to end up leaving a mark on your device. Here we are burning up video time. You'd think you'd want to turn it on, start with a low RPM and forward. And then this guy over here, let's put it like that. Try it again. The delay is kind of screwy. That's not starting. There's the other position of the switch. Let's try that. There it is. So I don't know what the hell I did. Okay, it's going right there. It started about 1. Maybe as a capacitor or something is hokey. Now I'm going to run this thing and purposely go through. Okay. That shut it off. Now if I turn it back on again, it's not going to go through and click. Let's try it again. Turn the speed down. The Chinese logic here. That sounds like it's off. Well, maybe we need to go over and look at some of the accessories here. Not the dead gecko. Let's go look at the box of goodies here. In fact, here it is right here. That's the goodie that goes on there. Stop. Read the instruction manual. Avoid the dead gecko. Okay. This gizmo here. Yeah. Where the heck's it go? This piece goes over here. It's totally useless. Got in the way, so I took it off. But that is not the interlock. Let's go look in here. Here's the interlock goober thing. Okay, let's go look at the interlock thing. The interlock goober thing goes on here. So, in order to do anything, it probably needs to be down here like this. So, they're going to have you closing up the chuck so you don't touch the chuck. And we'll turn it off. Keep the speed low.